Hi, as mums, as women, we are givers. We are here to nurture, to love others, and to care for everyone. But even before you're a mum, or maybe you're not a mum at all, and you just say yes to people, you want to do things for them, you want to please them, perhaps that has been the way that you've gained some validation and approval in your life, and love is from actually saying yes and doing things for everyone else all the time. But you've got to realize that the person that you need to care for most and say yes to most is actually yourself. You know, people are not just going to give back to you because you're giving to them. No, they're going to take and take and take. And they already have been. I've realized this has been the case with me. You know, I had to say no today because something felt really uncomfortable when I'd said yes. And it's just, obviously, I was able to catch the awareness of my actions of saying yes so much. And today I realized that I actually need to say no because it was betraying my own values and morals and continuing to overgive. And I don't want to do that. I'm not here for that. I want to know that I've got a balanced life and that I can give to people, but I can also receive. And for them to know that I am worthy of receiving, I need to show that towards myself. I need to validate to myself that I am worthy of receiving the same care that I give out. But if I'm constantly betraying myself and neglecting my own needs, then I am teaching them that I'm not worthy. Does that make sense? And perhaps you've been doing this too. So at some point, we have to be able to grow beyond this pattern. We need to be able to let it go and show ourselves that we deserve to be cared for, that we are just as important as everyone else. And we also need to teach them that they can do some things for themselves, that they can grow alongside us. And don't expect for them to be all happy about it when you do start to say no, because they're used to you doing things a certain way for them, then being there for them all the time, and so there's an expectation, and you're basically breaking it and saying, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And so of course there's going to be resistance depending on how long this has been going on for, who it's been going on with for, and that sort of thing. But it's okay, they can learn as well alongside you. Growth isn't always comfortable, but it's a necessary part of our lives, right? And I think especially for my kids, if I'm to continue doing everything for them, I'm basically either teaching them, one, that when they get older, they need to care for someone else whilst they neglect themselves and overgive and overplease. Or two, they're going to be takers. And they're going to be expectant, and they're going to go and find a woman that's going to do everything for them. The woman's going to get the shits, they're possibly going to separate, and she's going to go through a crisis, and we just keep doing the same patterns over and over again. I know I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but you get what I mean. We want to be balanced, and we want to have everyone else learning balance around us too. I'm not saying that's the purpose of why we're doing this. Ultimately, it's because we want to care for ourselves and we want to nurture us as much as everyone else. And we also want to learn how to say no. There's something really empowering about being able to hold this boundary and say no, not in an aggressive way, just in a confident, I'm not going to do that anymore. Because the danger is when you keep overgiving and you say yes and yes and yes, you can sometimes build up this pressure inside, because basically your soul knows that you're neglecting it. Okay, you're putting your needs on the back burner, and while everyone else is being over cared for, and your soul's, everything inside is getting really like frustrated and angry, and you're like, where the hell does this anger come from? It's because you have been overgiven. You don't have anything else left in the tank for yourself, and you desperately need it. So therefore, when you say no, you're kind of avoiding those explosions happening where you might say, nobody else does everything for me, it's always me doing everything, and you guys don't care about me, and then things settle down again and you keep continuing on with the same pattern again and again. So by actually saying no, we are stopping that pattern from happening anymore, and we're looking after ourselves. We're saying we matter, we deserve to be respected, and by you doing that, by respecting yourself first. Okay, so please go out and say no more. It's okay. You're still caring. Okay, you can still give, just don't overgive. Don't please someone for the wrong reasons. Gosh, I'm having trouble with my words. I think I'm just really tired. So speaking of needs, I'm gonna go and do some self-care and get myself to bed. So good night. Please share if you have any examples of using the word no in a healthy way, still a kind and caring way that is for you and for them. Okay, that's it from me. Night.